Hello and welcome to this very simple video which is going to help you to give you more body and self-confidence. We all suffer with body confidence issues, even some of what appears to be the most confident people. So, with that knowledge, know that you are not alone in feeling how you do right now, but I'm going to do my best to help you feel much better. This will work in a softly spoken hypnosis type of way. So for the full effect, I would advise you to pop in your earphones or headphones and sit or lie in a nice, quiet and relaxing place. I hope you enjoy this, and by the end of this, you're going to feel so much more confident. Let's get started. So let's start off by thinking about why you feel the way you do. For most of the part, the reasons why we lack confidence in ourselves is through comparison with others. Now, one of my favourite terms is comparison is the thief of joy. And I think that's very important to keep in mind. Picture, if you will, a world where you were just isolated on an island. You wouldn't have the chance to compare yourself or your body with someone else. So in that moment, you would be content, wouldn't you? Because to you, you wouldn't know any different. Now, when we talk about body confidence, it's important to really break down the issues that are bothering you. So I want you for a moment just to pick 3 things that genuinely bother you on a daily basis. Now, don't worry if you can only pick 1 or 2 things, and also don't worry if you can think of more. As long as you've got a strong focus of at least 1 thing in your mind, this will still work. I'll just give you a moment to do that. So now hopefully you've got something in your mind, and I want you to think back to a time when you didn't think about that issue. Was that in childhood? Because there will have been a point in your life where that thing would not have bothered you. So from this, we can take that at some point in your life, there's been a trigger to make you not like that part of yourself. With these types of hypnoses, we often draw back to childhood memories because it's a place where we didn't have a lot of stress perhaps, and of course everybody's childhood varies, but generally speaking we don't have as much responsibility and we're not so concerned about looks. So generally speaking, during childhood we won't have suffered with these body confidence issues. Now in today's society, even school children are influenced by social media, but if you're listening to this right now, then I'm going to assume you are of adult age and you will have already gone through that. So let's just focus on that time where you really didn't think about how your body looked and that thing that really bothers you now every day. And think about the emotion that you felt. Did you feel happy, calm, content? And now let's bring ourselves to present day. How do you feel now? Frustrated, embarrassed, shy? Why can't you go back to feeling how you used to feel? Because you haven't changed. Of course, we may have gotten a little taller and bigger and stronger, but we're still the same person. Of course, we've grown and developed, but we're still the same. We're still, hopefully, loved by the same people and our families and friends. And really, if you asked them to pick out some points on you that stood out to them as not being quite perfect, they wouldn't be able to pick points out. So really this is about you. You don't need to feel embarrassed of your body. You don't need to feel shy. You don't need to cover it up or hide away. And there's that saying now that every body is beautiful. And I strongly believe that. It may sound cliche, but you are beautiful. You don't need to change yourself. And as long as you're happy and healthy, that is the main important thing. Now, of course, when we look at body confidence, it's very much looks driven. But actually, if we begin to think about what our bodies do for us on a daily basis, this can give us a new level of appreciation. Think about our hands, what they're able to do every day, helping us eat and drink, type on our computers, text on our phones. Think about your legs, how strong they are to hold you up every day. Perhaps you walk to work, exercise in the gym, and they keep you going. And your stomach, think about how it's able to process the food and drink you have, may keep you nice and healthy. Think about your head and your mind, what that's able to achieve. And now draw yourself back to those points that you initially picked out. Knowing what your body is capable of and what it can do, do these things really matter? Are they really going to affect your life so greatly? The likelihood is that these things are very, very much looks based. We're all guilty of scrolling through social media, and we can be feeling quite confident in ourselves, and then after we've scrolled through, we can find ourselves feeling just not worthy and not as good. Now, this feeling is a very common feeling, so don't feel that you're alone in doing this. There are even studies that have been developed to show that people become less confident when they look through social media. The main important thing to think of when you think of your body is that it is your own. your body is completely unique. Now, unless you are an identical twin, your body is yours. Nobody else has this body, and that's special. You can't be cloned yet, and you should be proud of that. No one else has these hands, these arms, this torso, these legs, your feet. No one else has that. And the things that you may find not as good, somebody else may be so envious of. But that's the thing when it comes to confidence. We shouldn't really be envious of others or comparing ourselves to others. We should just be content in who we are and what we have. And you have so much to offer. Think about things you've achieved in your life, and think about how much your looks have really played a part in that. Did your looks genuinely help you keep that job? Did your looks genuinely help you pass that exam? Think about the things in your life where your looks really are not relevant. Now, they say one of the healthiest things that we can do is remove mirrors from our homes. This may be very difficult for some people, but maybe just take one less look in it a day. Maybe before you leave the house in the morning and you're feeling really great in yourself, don't look in the mirror where you know that you may become judgmental of yourself. Just appreciate who you are and how you feel. Because how you feel more than anything controls how confident you are in your body and yourself. You only get one chance at life. And when you're sat there in your 80s or 90s, do you really want to have years and years of memories of you being miserable and sad just about the way you look? That's not how life should be led. It should be led on how kind you are, how compassionate, the things that you can bring to the world, your achievements. Think about who you are rather than how your hair is today, whether you've got some spots, whether you've eaten too much over the weekend and can't fit in those jeans. Because really, even though short term they may make us feel a bit insecure, long term they don't matter. They're not going to have a huge impact on your life. So now I want you to focus on at least 3 positive things about your body. Could be very small things, or it could be things like your smile or your eyes. Think about 3 things that you really love. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Just you. I'll give you a moment to do that. Thought of some? Good. And actually, it's a lot easier to think of little things that we like about ourselves than it is to just constantly hate on ourselves. Like, that's not good for the soul. Why would you want to wake up and focus on all the negative things that you think about yourself when actually you could just be giving yourself some love? You know, there are lots of people in this world who live a little bit more of a solitary life, and they may not have input from a lot of other people around them. So when you think of a negative thought, you've got no one to tell you any different. So you need to be your own cheerleader. You need to say, yes, I love this about myself, and I love this, and I love this. And it can sound so basic, but it's so simple. So let's focus on those things that you love right now. Really go through all of you, because this is just your shell. It doesn't affect what's inside and what you can do. So just think about your exterior. Think about this body that you've been given. And what are some of the things, exteriorly speaking, that you really love? And it makes you wake up and smile and think, oh yeah, no one else has got that. No one else has got this smile. No one else has got these freckles or this hair. No one else has got this little finger. No one else has got these nails or these legs that are strong. Just think about those things. And you begin to realise that you don't need to change. You are who you are, and you've just got to make the most of it, because who wants to spend years being miserable and beating ourselves down? If you take yourself and your personality out of your body and imagine yourself looking in and hearing that personality be so mean to your body as if it were a friend, you would want to stop that person from being so mean. And that's what you're doing to yourself. This lack of self-confidence, it's not a positive energy. It's not something that's spurring you on in life and helping you achieve your goals. In fact, it's holding you back. It's stopping you from feeling truly happy, and not just happy but content. There is no such thing as perfect. And again, taking it back to social media, you can look through and think, oh, they're perfect and they have what I want and all of this. But to somebody else, they may not be perfect. There is no such thing as perfect, and there is so much beauty and imperfection. You are beautifully imperfect, and if we just learn to embrace all of our unique qualities with our body, then we would be so much happier. And again, I ask you just to draw back to those initial negative thoughts you had about your body. Do they really matter? Do you really need these? This negative ball of energy that isn't helping you to achieve anything. No. You don't need that, because you're strong, you're confident, you're kind, you're compassionate, you enjoy helping others, you want the best for your friends and family, you have goals and dreams. You have so much to offer, and this exterior shell, sure, is going to help you achieve those things, but not by the way it looks, just by what it can do for you. Keeping you healthy, keeping that heart pumping, keeping you going. Don't focus on exterior things that will eventually fade away and change. It's what's in here that matters, and what's in here. And you may be laid there or sat there thinking, but it's not true. People get advancements in life from the way they look. But do they? Or do they get advancements in life actually from their confidence? And with confidence comes the ability to reach out to your goals and actually achieve them. That's what this is all about, just building your inner confidence and not focusing so much on the exterior shell. You have so much to offer, and it's exciting and freeing once you stop thinking about the way you look. Think about the last good deed you did. Did that really involve how you looked? And think about something you'd like to achieve. Again, does that really involve how you look? You have so much to give. It doesn't matter what this looks like. It doesn't matter whether you think you're bigger by society standards. It doesn't matter if you think you don't quite look the same as, you're supposed to in magazines. Because your body is yours. It's no one else's. You cannot compare, and as long as you are healthy, then that is all that matters. You don't need to fit into a certain mould. Think about how boring the world would look, how odd TV and film would look if everybody looked identical. People want diversity. They want people who look different. You don't want to fit into that one mould that you consider to be perfect. And would that make you happier? To look like someone else? And when you look in the mirror, you'd think, do I recognise myself? That's not what you want. You deserve better than that. You deserve to be able to enjoy life in this body, because this body is beautifully imperfect. You do not need to change. Look at that gorgeous face. Look at that hair, that smile, the little twinkle in the eyes, those strong shoulders that hold you upright, those strong arms that help you complete everyday tasks, your chest and your torso down to your hips, your strong legs right down to your feet that support you every day. Your body is doing the job that it should do, and it has nothing to do with the way it looks. Please don't compare yourself. It's really, really not worth it, because you can't compare yourself. No two noses are the same. No two smiles, no two eyes, no two hands or ears or feet or knees. Nothing's the same. So why make yourself miserable through trying to compare those things when it's impossible to compare? You are your own beautiful person. You have so much to offer the world, and it has nothing to do with how your exterior shell looks. Beauty does come from within. You can have the most perhaps socially desirable look, but if you're not a good person, that's not attractive. Being attractive does come from within. It comes from being kind, thoughtful, maybe making others smile and laugh. It's all of those things that make you attractive. And once you let go of all of this weight of feeling like you're not right or you don't look the way you should, once you let go of that, you are completely free. How good does that sound? Being free. Being free. Not being weighed down by these negative thoughts, because you don't need these negative thoughts, because you love your body. You are confident and strong. Your body does so much for you. Your body allows you to live and breathe every day. Your body is beautiful. Your body is strong. Your body is yours. Don't let others bring you down. You have to just focus on yourself. And every single morning you wake up, I want you to remind yourself of at least 3 things that you really do love. Think about the things that are really unique to you. And again, that's where beauty comes from. It comes from uniqueness. We're not all in one mould. You are strong and beautiful and kind. That beauty is shining out of you, making you more attractive to others. Not that it even matters what others think. And that's the point. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It just matters what you think. Do you love yourself? Do you love your body? Then that's all that matters. Think about how amazing you really are. No one else has your personality. No one else has your brain. No one else has done the things that you've done. All of your life experiences are unique to you. And they've had nothing to do with how this exterior shell looks. Because you're more than just a shell. And the sooner that we start to accept that this doesn't really matter, the more that we can just grow and develop and begin to just work on just ourselves and what's inside and what we can bring to the world. I believe that you are a good person, and I believe that you are more than just a body. You are more than just this exterior shell. You have so much to offer. Think about this body right now. And think about the things you said at the start that you didn't like about it. They don't matter. They do not matter. But you matter. You make such a difference in this world, and just you and your personality not being here, like, it wouldn't be the same. And that has nothing to do with the way you look. That's to do with what you bring to the world and what you offer. You're such a good person, and your body is allowing you to achieve those dreams and goals. It's carrying you every single day, and that's why you need to show it love and appreciation. You need to tell this body every day, thank you. Thank you for helping me just be me every day and go about my daily tasks. You need to thank your body because it's working hard for you. It doesn't need to be fed anything negative. You're completely unique and you're beautifully imperfect. And I think that's the best thing to be. You're not in a mould, you're not a clone. You're yourself. And I couldn't think of anything better. So when you find yourself thinking of all these negative things about your body, just really think about how you look in life, long term especially, makes no difference. It's who you are in here that makes the difference. So I hope that what you take away today is that you are beautifully imperfect. You are okay as you are. And you don't need to change. You are beautiful and you have a kind heart. And that's all that matters. And that beauty is coming from within. So please don't put those negative thoughts into yourself. Only positive thoughts. And remind yourself every day of how much you're grateful and thankful for this body that's carrying you through your life. I hope this has helped, and I encourage you to listen to this whenever you're feeling a little lack of confidence. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you'll join me again soon.